1.4, good. And there's also one more thing in there. We need to do the 1.35 fall iReady assessment. Good. All right, so here's how we see what is due. So from your math class, thumbs up if you can see our math class on the screen. Thank you, Megan. Okay, celebration. If you watched my announcement, weekly announcement, anybody? Anybody? Megan did. Good, good, good. So super important every week when you first log into math class, watch, good, Ashton, watch this announcement. It will always be super short, like 1 or 2 minutes, okay? That is how I communicate out important information. If you're lucky, I'll try and do another TikTok with bad dance moves. Okay, let's look at what's due this week. So last week was 1.1 and 1.2. If you didn't get those done yet in Apex, that is okay, but that's where you need to be working on right now. We are gonna do a little bit of 1.2 work today. This week, week 3, 1.3. So you're gonna do that in Apex first, and then do your 1.3.4 summative assessment. Dun, dun, dun. Now, this summative assessment is really exciting because this is the first thing that's going to go in your grade book. Okay. And then lastly, you're going to do the 1.3.5 fall iReady assessment. Okay. iReady is a diagnostic test that you're going to access, and at Federal Way, we take iReady 3 times a year in both math and reading. And you're going to access your iReady from your launch page right here at this icon, and click on that and you will be assigned a math diagnostic. Except today I just found out something really silly. You can only access the diagnostic. Is ready for this weird news? From 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so if you typically do your math later in the day, please make a note that at least to get access your math diagnostic test, you're going to need to work on it during the day, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, and my suggestion for the diagnostic is to take it in chunks. So do 30 minutes at a time and just try to get it completely done by the end of the week. And then you are going to want to submit this assessment when you are done. So that way you communicate to me that you are done. Okay, so by the end of this week, these are the 3 items that we want to have done: 1.3, 1.34, 1.35. If you are a little bit behind because you're just getting started, that's okay. Contact me and we can set up a individual path for you with individual due dates, okay? But you want to be trying to make progress to get caught up. Next week, week 4, we're finishing unit 1. Good question. Are the tests in Apex? So some tests are in Apex, some tests are not in Apex. So the summative assessment right here, 1.3.4 SA is not in Apex. So you'll click on that and it's actually a standalone assignment that you'll complete. Okay, within Kami. Now here's the cool thing about Kami. Say you didn't want to write on this worksheet digitally. You can do these problems, paper, pencil, take a picture, and then upload them into your assignment. Okay, always, always. Did I answer your question, Sean? So the answer is sometimes. There is a test at the end of unit 1 that is in Apex. So right here, 1.4.3 is a summative assessment, and that's your Apex unit test. Does that help? Okay. So what other questions about what's due? Where do we find things? Okay. Cool. So Sean, if you can stay in here after we're done with our lesson, let's make sure we can get you plugged in with Cami, okay? Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to do a little temperature test to see how we are doing. Okay, I want to see some participation here. True, false? Modules, tell me what to complete each week. So you find that in your modules. Is this true or false? Am I sharing the screen? I don't think I am I? Am I sharing it? No, I am not.
You're not.
Sheesh, Miss Fergus, you are so rusty. Okay, what about now? All right, is that better? Whew.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, better.
Okay, so we're gonna play a little game called How to Algebra 1 at Internet Academy. You ready? Okay, so everybody participate. If it's true, you can put a thumbs up in the screen, or you can write true or false in the chat, whatever floats your boat. Okay, first question. Come on. Modules, tell me what to complete each week. Is this true or false? Good, I see some trues coming through. Beautiful, green checks, exactly, okay? Especially at secondary, we don't put many due dates in your assignments because as the school year goes on, secondary students are working in all different parts of the course that the due dates don't pertain to you. So really important that you follow modules. All right. Here we go. Next, true or false? Oh, not true or false. What are the 3 parts of an Apex lesson? Those of you that have started working in your math textbook, there are 3 parts. Ashton will share verbally. Okay, let's give people a moment, Ashton, to type in chat. Okay, I see 1 answer coming through in chat. What are the 3 parts? Ashton, go ahead and unmute yourself and share. What are they?
Study, overview. Actually, no, study, checkup, and quiz.
Boom. Now, can I pick on you, Ashton? What are the purposes of each of them?
I would say that the studying that's mainly your lesson where you're learning about the stuff you're about to do in the quiz. And the checkup is pretty much just practice questions before you take the quiz to make sure you feel confident enough to take the quiz. And then the quiz is proving how much you actually learned and how much you paid attention.
Awesome. I love how you said that. Which of these 3 parts gives you notes? Ashton, go ahead, keep going. Which of those 3 things gives you notes that you can use as a learner to look back at?
I normally use study for the notes.
Yes, so your study worksheet actually gives you a notes page to print out, take notes on as you go through. Perfect. Well done. If you have something to add to Ashton's verbal explanation, go ahead and throw it in the chat. All right, next quiz question. True, false, because Apex worksheets don't count for my grade, I don't have to do them, and I don't have to correct my work. I see red X's. Good. Very false. Very false. This is where your learning comes in. So this is the active learning process, is using those worksheets. And reminder that your answer keys are posted. Go ahead and type in the chat box. Where are the answer keys posted? Answer keys for Apex worksheets are posted. Awesome. Yes. And files in Canvas. I wish that they were posted in Apex for you guys, but they're not. So I've made copies of all of them and they're in there for you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little story about student emails. Sometimes I get student emails that students are locked out of quizzes. And I can go in and tell how much time students have spent on the lesson versus how much time they've spent on the quiz. And 99% of the time that a student is locked out of a quiz for 3 unsuccessful attempts, do you think they're spending more than 5 minutes on the lesson or under 5 minutes on the lesson typically? A lot of zero time on the lesson. Yep. And also sometimes students go super fast on the quiz. So not only are they not doing the lesson, they're trying to get the quiz done in 1 minute. Well, how are you expecting your brain to know how to do that work? You're being unfair to your brain. So I like to say you go fast in this class by going slow through the lesson. Make sure you know the work, and then the quizzes will be fast. All right. True or false? Apex quizzes go into my grade.
Isn't this kind of a trick question from like essay and FA?
I would never trick you, Ashton. What do you mean by essay, FA?
Essay is the ones that actually do go into your grade, and FA are the ones that don't actually count for your grade, but they're still good to do for learning.
Got it. Oh, so they inform your grade. As more FAs you do, better your essays will be.
I think so.
Maya, what were you gonna say?
I would say is that APEC quizzes kind of count. I mean, at the beginning of the school year, they are kind of like the second to last quiz that you need to do before the real thing, because they serve as a practice quiz. So at the same time they do, but at the other side, but it doesn't.
Exactly.
So it's both true and false.
You got it. It is true and false. And here I'm even gonna like add more complexity to this. As we progress through the year, there will be some Apex quizzes that will go into your grade book. You'll have a special spot in your Canvas lessons for you to enter your Apex quiz score to go into your grade book, okay? It's very few and far between, but know that you might see some. They are for lessons that we've practiced the skill a lot, and where you've had enough practice where we can say, okay, this is a good summative opportunity for you, okay? So you're right, Ashton, that was a trick question. Rude, Miss Fergus. Okay, number 5, true or false? Students can use notes while taking assessments. I see some green checks. I see some trues coming through. And you are absolutely correct. In fact, I encourage you to be using your notes. Okay? One of the biggest benefits of taking notes is that you can have them. Sometimes those of us with test anxiety, so I had test anxiety as a student. In fact, I still do. Sometimes just having my notes available to me helped my brain, even when I didn't have to use them. It was like that comfort of knowing that I could look at them if I wanted to. So you can use them if you want as well. Okay. So again, another reason to be doing really well on the study, the checkup, checking your answers. All of those can be considered your notes. You can also take extra notes. All right, let me clear that pick and scratch here. Annotate, clear my drawings. Okay. True or false? I miss a problem on a worksheet or a quiz. Doesn't matter, I should just move on. If you disagree with that, go ahead and type in the chat what might be a strategy. Okay, this one is false. This one is false. It is really important that if you don't understand how to do something that you see in the class, that you take the time to do the problem correctly. And so what you could do is you could go back and look in the lesson and see if there's a similar one that could help you figure it out, or that's where you contact me. Hi, Zion. So reaching out to Ms. Fergus, if you miss a question on a quiz or test or worksheet and you don't know why, like you have no idea how you would make my day. Just right here, all the love in my heart. Even better, send me a picture. Send me a picture of your work and say, I'm not sure why I got this wrong. Can you help me? Oh my goodness, you are speaking my math teacher love language right there. Okay. Here we go, number 7. What is Miss Fergus's most preferred way to be contacted? Let me read that again. What is her most preferred way to contact Miss Fergus? I'm going to type it in the chat. Awesome. Overwhelmingly, Canvas inbox. Yes. Please send messages to me through Canvas inbox. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's also your preferred method for all of your classes. Maya, you have something to add?
When you're sending what you need to ask, you need to put in what class, what lesson, what problem. Otherwise, it won't make sense.
Exactly. And then you and I will spend 5 emails going back and forth trying to figure out what you're talking about, which is super frustrating for everyone, right? All right, and Maya, great segue into this. True or false? This is a helpful email. Oh, why can't I move you? Oh, this is a helpful email to Miss Fergus. Hi, Mrs. Fergus, I'm in your Algebra 1 class. I need help on problem 3 on 1.3.4. What do we like about this email message? This is a great email message. Ashton, what do we like?
That it states exactly what problem they need help on for exactly what lesson.
Good. And in which class, because I teach multiple math classes, okay? So I can read this and I know what class, I know what lesson, and I know what problem I can support this student in. Good. What would be even better for this email? What if I asked you for help on something and I said, I don't get how to do 2? How would you help me? What information would you still need to know from me in order to help me? Ashton, go ahead.
Like what part of that question?
Exactly. Exactly. So please be really specific, because I don't know. This is actually an email I received from a student last night. I opened it up this morning. Okay.
Really?
True story. True story. Okay. So then my response is, I can give you a general help, but I don't know if it will be relevant to you. So I don't know. Was it you, Ashton? I can't remember. No, I don't think so. Really, really important. Oh, even better is to send me pictures of where you are, or show me what you have started. Those are all super helpful. Okay. And listen, this is all a process and we're learning this together, right? So if it takes us a couple emails back and forth to figure out how to help you, great. Okay, we'll figure it out together. We're all learning together. All right, true, false. Anything with an SA, summative assessment, is an item that goes in your grade book. If you were listening to Ashton earlier today, you would know. Good, I see some green checks. Good, absolutely. That's how you know what goes in the grade book, okay? And I think this is the last question. Number 10, students cannot take summative assessments. You cannot have more than one opportunity to show your work. You cannot have more than one opportunity to show you now know material. Good, this is false. You can retake summative assessments, absolutely, okay? Always, always, always. Now, I received a request for a student to retake an assessment today. And my response will be absolutely. How have you prepared to be more successful on your next attempt? And so you don't just get to keep retaking. You get to prepare and then retake. And then if you still want to retake it, then you need to go prepare to do better again. I'm part of that preparation. Okay, that's where you and I work together to find exactly what you need to work on to prepare. Okay, you guys ready to do some math?